Today I'll be talking about anime called Ruri Rocks or Ruri no Hoseki. It's an anime about girls doing geology, basically. So there's this high school girl called Ruri, who wants to find nice, shiny gemstones. Um, and she meets a university student called Nagi, who's a geology student. And she basically is going to help out Nagi with her geology studies, while Nagi teaches her about all different kinds of rocks, minerals, and gemstones. So one thing I really like about this anime is the way that Ruri, the main girl, develops throughout the series. Because at the start she mostly just wants to find shiny rocks, and throughout the anime she still wants to find shiny rocks, of course, but she throughout the show learns from Nagi, the university student, other aspects of these rocks and minerals, aside from just the monetary value. And so one example is where she finds fool's gold, which looks like gold but is not actually gold. And she's a bit upset because she actually wanted to find gold, and is disappointed that it's not worth anything. But Nagi teaches her that it is actually worth something, because she finds a special type of this fool's gold which is not seen in the area. So this is a new discovery that helps contribute to research, which is another thing aside from monetary worth. And so she slowly learns new stuff about these minerals and appreciates them, those aspects more and more, which grows her as a character really well. And besides that, the show is also really beautiful, especially the gemstones. They are really, really shiny. So you get why Riri wants to find them. Yeah, I think I heard someone say that there's actually a special person that designs the look of these gemstones for the anime, which would explain a lot because they look really amazing. But besides the gemstones, also the environments and the backgrounds also look really good, like you're walking with them through nature. And even the character animation is really smooth, and it's not very simplistic like some other shows. So that's a nice touch. Yeah, so I would definitely recommend you watch this one, if you like some educational or like sci-fi shows. So I'd also like to recommend some other shows, some similar ones. So one similar show would be Diary of Our Days at the Breakwater, which I actually mentioned before in another video, and it's one of my favorite shows. So I can put them in more videos. But I thought of this one because you have the same kind of dynamic with the older girl teaching the new younger girl about this topic. Well, instead of geology, it's fishing, but it's still educational. The viewer does learn about this topic, and the dynamic is kind of similar and cozy as well. So if you want a kind of similar kind of dynamic with some educational stuff, watch this one. If you really enjoyed the educational side of this show, you might want to check out Heaven's Design Team, which is about evolution, so why animals are the way they are. So you have these angels that have to design animals for God, and God basically gives a prompt, give an animal with a long neck, and or an animal that can eat from these high trees, and then they come up with different kind of animals, and then maybe they come up with a giraffe or something, and they explain why and stuff. So it's a really fun show if you want some very educational stuff, so that you learn also something from it. And then I have two other shows that are maybe a bit less similar, but with a similar dynamic, where with the older girl teaching a younger girl. So I have Soraya Utility, which is about golf, which was a really fun show also. It aired like last season, 2 seasons ago. And yeah, you have a similar dynamic with a girl that's really experienced in golf and a complete newbie that doesn't really know what to do, so she tries out golf and finds it actually quite fun. And yeah, especially that one is really cozy as well. So yeah, highly recommend. And then another one is Police in a Pod, which is more serious than the other ones I've mentioned. It is also a similar dynamic. So you have this senpai who teaches this new kohai in the police force, and it's about police women in Japan at least, and their daily activities. And yeah, it is also very episodic like the other shows in this list, but it is a bit more serious. So it is comedic, but also handles some serious topics as well. And then lastly, we have Hoseki no Kuni. If you only want to see more gemstones, I guess. It's a good show, but not similar in any other way, actually. But if you want to see pretty gemstones, watch that one, I guess. So that was Ruri no Hoseki, or Ruri Rocks. Highly recommended show. It's been really fun to follow this season. Also, the other shows are also great. I also had a fun time with those. And yeah, hopefully I get to talk about more slice of life shows in other videos. So see you then. Bye.